Hey, what's up guys? It's Brandon here for RC Flight School, and today I'm shooting a quick tutorial on how to properly trim your indoor helicopter. So this applies to indoor helicopters only, coax, fixed pitch, collective pitch helicopters, fiberless helicopters, kind of a different story. So we're going to focus on these little ones for today. Now the most important thing to remember when you're trimming is not there to fix problems with your helicopter. What do I mean by that? If your helicopter is wildly out of control, you take off and you have no control, maybe it shakes real bad, trim isn't going to fix that. Obviously there's something else wrong with your helicopter. Check out my other video on how to repair and maintain your helicopter for those kind of issues. Trim is only there to correct subtle differences. Let's say the helicopter is kind of spinning a little bit or it's drifting one way or another. That's what a trim is there for. I'm going to show you what trims are on the DX6i here real quick. This is DX6i. Trim tabs are right here. These are 4 trim tabs. They're there to fine-tune the helicopter. So if you have, again, a problem with it drifting or always kind of going one way, it tends to pull a little bit, you can fine-tune it with the trims. Now before you get started on trims, you got to have a really good location to do this. You cannot trim your helicopter if you're near objects. Now on the stand I have it on right now, I'm about 4 feet off the ground, and I'm about 5 feet from any object. The wall behind it's good 5 feet away. Everything else is cleared away from it. If you're trying to trim your helicopter very close to the ground, within a few feet or in a small room, it's not going to work very well because you have a lot of turbulence when you're close to objects. The helicopter is pulling in air and sucking it down the bottom. So if it's near an object, it's going to tend to create turbulence with that object and at the same time try to suck itself into the object as it's pulling the air down. So stay away from everything when you're trimming. So when I take off here, I'm going to kind of get in the middle of the flying field away from my little landing pad, which is pretty small, so I'm not too worried about it, and just let it sit. Don't touch the controls at all. Just see what the helicopter does. So first, we'll take off here and get it hovering right out in the open. Now I'm going to let off of the sticks here and just kind of let it do what it wants. You can see the helicopter is spinning quite a bit to the left. How do I fix that? Well, on this DX6i remote here, I'm going to click my trim to the right to correct it. Now she's going off screen. I'm going to bring it back so you can see it. Bring it back into a hover. Let it sit. I'm going to let go of the controls right there. I went a little too far. She's going to the right, so I'm going to trim it to the left, just one click, and that is perfect right there. That's hands off, tail sitting still. Now I'm going to bring it back to our landing pad here and show you how to trim your other controls. The most popular one is the tail trim. You generally, when you're flying, will always have to play with that a little bit as the battery wears out and motors wear in and all this other stuff. Trimming the tail is pretty common. Now let's say the helicopter is drifting side to side. Now I'm going to put in a lot of right trim here to screw it up. So here I'm going to take off in a hover and let it sit, and you're going to see that the helicopter is slowly going to the right. So again, to fix this problem with my transmitter, I click that trim to the left, and if you watch slowly but surely, this helicopter will, if I bring it back into frame for you guys, trim itself back to the left. What we're going for here is neutral, and I'm getting too close to the wall. I don't know if you can see it sucking itself into the wall like I said, so I'm going to bring it back in front of you and let go again, and I got her pretty well trimmed. It's not leaning one way or the other. I'm going to go bring the tail sideways for you, and I'm going to click back trim. This is pitch control. Now you can see the helicopter is moving backwards by itself, slowly but surely, and to fix this, again, I'm clicking that trim forward. Give it a little more throttle here, stay in the picture. And now she's not moving backward anymore. And that's all thanks to trim. Without trim, your helicopter would always tend to want to go one way. Now trimming throttle is kind of pointless on a helicopter like this. You're always using a lot of throttle modulation to go up and down. And trimming is only going to kind of help you with your hover point. So if I bring the throttle in a point where the helicopter would like to hover, right there, and it kind of falls a little bit, you can click your throttle trim up to help hold it, but realistically speaking, throttle is something you're always playing with. So that's trim, and again, key things to remember are trim is only there to fix very small problems, and you got to be trimming away from all your objects. Now once you get it trimmed out, you have a really fluent flying helicopter. It'll be very predictable and responsive. I can take this guy, land it on this landing pad. Very, very stable helicopter. No bad tendencies. Very fun to fly. A helicopter that's not trimmed out, you're just fighting it the whole time, and that's no fun. So I hope this video was a little bit of help to you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll try to answer anything I can. At the same time, check out our website. That's rcnightmare.com. We spent a lot of time revamping that for you guys. Want to see what you have to say. Thanks for watching this video, guys. We'll see you real soon.